Hello there. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about commercial policy renewals. My name is Carly Rahm. I'm the marketing representative for Griffin Underwriting. First and foremost, the most important thing to understand about renewals in the surplus lines, renewals are not automatic. We need additional documents. We need renewal documents completed and signed and sent back. We also need a premium payment. We're going to go through these topics in detail. So here's the renewal process. If more information is needed prior to offering a renewal quote, you, the agent, will receive a request for this about 30 to 60 days prior to the policy expiration date. This is very dependent on the type of policy as well as the carrier. Some carriers do not offer renewal quotes until 30 days before the policy, the current policy expires. So that's why we say 30 to 60 days. Upon receiving the information, our brokers will contact the carrier and get a renewal offer. And then, as I said earlier, in order to bind a renewing policy without any lapse in coverage, all binding requirements as well as payment must be received before the previous policy expiration date. After that date, the policy is considered expired, the insured has no coverage, and some carriers will require requoting to rewrite the policy. If we do not receive the information that's needed, basically the policy just expires and the insured is left without coverage. So if your insured is no longer interested in obtaining coverage, there's no action on your part. You can just let the policy lapse. In order to bind the renewing policy without a lapse in coverage, all binding requirements and payment must be received before that previous policy expiration date. I can't stress that enough. If we do not receive payment and a request, we need both, the coverage will just expire. Here's a quick example of what a renewal quote, a typical renewal quote looks like. Now, it might look slightly different depending on the type of coverage, but this is a pretty standard looking renewal quote. And remember, these are sent to you, the agent, not the insureds. On here we list the insurer, the type of coverage, the limits, deductibles if any, exposures, as well as forms. There is, up at the top, we have the premium, taxes, and fees. Most importantly, the requirements we need from you and or the insured to bind the policy. We pretty much list it in the agency response. We also list if there's financing available for the typical policy. If agents just take a second to read through this, everything that they need to know is listed on this renewal quote. If there are additional items, a lot of times it will be listed under what we call a checklist for binding. Most of our underwriters actually include this regardless if there's additional documents or not. The document will outline all of the different requirements specific to that policy, as well as instructions for payment. So in this example, we've got signed and completed renewal letter, signed terrorism or acceptance and rejection form, completed, signed, and dated diligence search letter, full payment or down payment, and then any additional information. A lot of times our underwriters will list out those additional information or forms. And then directly underneath it, here's that payment instruction. This gives you the options of how to make a payment, where to mail it to, or if you go online and make a payment with a credit card or an e-check. Please note, payment is absolutely required in order to renew a policy as well as the documents. We cannot bind without both of those. When we're talking about the Terrorism Risk Insurance Act, the Tria Form, this form, it's sent to you within the quote. Each carrier has their own form and guidelines for acceptance and rejection, but this is just an example of what one might look like. It might look slightly different in the particular policy that we've written for you, but quite often this is the structure of the form. You'll need to either accept coverage, decline coverage, and then it does need to be signed and dated. A diligent search form. This is a required form from each state. It documents that you, the agent, attempted to place the risk with an admitted market. These forms also can be found on our website, but typically our underwriters will include them in the renewal quote for ease. If your state requires you to list 3 admitted carriers, you can contact your regional office. They'll help you with those 3 listed carriers, or give us a call. We can help you as well. Payment. As we listed on the payment information on that renewal quote, we'll list the options of how to make a payment. You can either go online and make a payment with a credit card or an e-check. You can do that online, www.gogus.com, or a physical check can be mailed into our P.O. Box number. Please do note that we cannot take any form of payment over the phone. And then if you have any questions at any time, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. If you're an Allstate agent, please email us at csr@gogus.com, or you can call us 844-859-1766. For those independent or non-Allstate agents, info@gogus.com or 800-562-8095. Again, my name is Carly Rom. I'm the marketing representative. I'm happy to help you in any way I can, so feel free to reach out to me directly if you'd like. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. We appreciate working with you, and we look forward to working with you more in the future. Have a great day.